Hi guys, my name is Beth and welcome to Beth Does Beauty. Today I am going to be doing a smoky eye tutorial. It doesn't matter what products you really use, you'll get the gist of what I'm doing with my version of a smoky eye. Remember, everyone is different, everyone chooses to do things in their own way, particularly makeup. It's completely up to you. Just use me as a guideline for what I do. On my eyes, I will be using the BH Cosmetics Opalescent palette. Today, we are probably going to look into the neutral section. I'm thinking using a bit of Flutter on the lid, using Dainty in the crease, Grace also in the crease. Maybe go in with Mystic down here and then top it off with a bit of Opulent. And then potentially, if we want a little bit of glitter and glamour to it, using a bit of Style or Captivating, but we'll see how I feel as we go along. But you don't have to use this palette, you definitely don't have to own this palette. If you choose similar colours and you take away a look from what I'm doing today, then fantastic. So if you are going to follow along with this tutorial today, I would recommend having the following products ready. First things first for me, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz to really quickly draw on my eyebrows. Next up, I am going to go in with a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair. And I am just ever so slightly going to dab right on my eyelid. And then I'm going to use a beauty sponge and just dab that on my eyelid and underneath my eyebrow. All that's doing is making the base colour of my eyelid the same colour. Next, I'm going to use the Spectrum A28 brush, which is a slightly flat brush head. And I'm going to put on the base and main part of my eyelid the shade Flutter here, which is a matte yellow-white colour. I just want to neutralise that shade of my eyelid further. I know that we have just put on that concealer, but this just adds a little bit of powderiness to the eyelid so that it blends with the other colours. And you just want to pat that on your eyelid. Next, I am using this A12 Spectrum brush with a rounded head. Looks kind of like a rounded crease brush. It's the perfect shape to fit into the crease of your eyelid. I'm going to be going in with the shade Dainty, which is this peachy colour brown here. This is just to create a little bit of soft blend and definition into the eyelid. So I'm just going to start by just gently brushing this into the crease of my eyelid. This is just to add a little bit of depth and definition to where the crease is on your eyelid. And then do the same on the other eye. Next, I'm going to go in with this BH Cosmetics brush number 7. It is quite similar to the A12 brush in the sense that it is a bit rounded, but it's a little bit more fluffy. And for that reason, it's again, we're going in with this into the crease. We're going to go in with a slightly darker shade now. We're going to go in with the shade Gorgeous. And then we're going to go back into the crease over the top of the Dainty shade. And then once you have done that in the crease, I'm going to take my M200 really fluffy Morphe brush and I'm going to blend until you think you can't blend anymore those two colours into the crease of your eyelid. Blending is my cardio. It really does tire my arm out. It's like an arm workout in itself. It's just a case of soft little back and forth motions, or some people find it easy to do little circles. Next, I'm going to use the Spectrum B04 brush. It is a slanted fluffy brush. and it is the absolute best brush for getting into that little bit of corner of your eye to just pat on a little bit of that colour and then blend that little bit of smoky eye-ness. And I'm going to use the shade Mystic right here. I'm just going to dab the brush in a few times. And then I'm going to lay the brush like this, like a little stamp, close my eye, and then just press on that outer corner of my lid. You see that little indent? And I'm just going to pat it all the way up to where I've blended out that eyeshadow, and then a little bit down to my lash line. Almost like you're doing an eyeliner with your eyeshadow. And then the same again on the other side. Holding the brush almost backwards, so at this angle, so that the shorter bristles are towards the outer part of your eye, I'm just going to push into the crease just a little bit, like so. And then I'm going to swap it round and do the same on the other side. Then we're going to stop using this brush, and I'm going to use the B06 fluffy brush from Spectrum. It's perfect for blending, and what we're going to do is we're going to blend all of that colour into our crease once again. Just smoke out slightly that outer corner, but don't panic because we are going to add a little bit of a darker shade over the top. And for the sake of consistency, if you want to just bring that down into like your lower lash line while looking up, you can. It just smokes out that bottom corner just a little bit more. Once you have blended that little bit of smoke out on the outer corner of your eye, you're going to go back in with the A12 Spectrum crease brush, except this time we're not going to use it on our crease. And I'm going to treat us to a tiny bit of shimmer on the outer corner in Opulent here. I'm just going to dab the brush in a few times, and all I'm going to do to darken out the outer corner ever so slightly, because we're not going wild, I'm just going to dab a few times into the corner just here, just to darken it up ever so slightly. And do the same on the other side. I'll say our fluffy M200 Morphe brush, and I'm just gonna continue smoking that out. That so far is where we are at, but what we really need is just a little bit on just the inside corner and the middle of our eyelids. Something a bit lighter to contrast with the darker colour. And I'm thinking that we go in with Dazzle or Delight. Pick one you like. There's either a peachy shimmer or Delight. I think I'm going to go in with Delight because that's a more golden colour. I think that'll look really nice with the brown, black smoky. I'm going to use a Unicorn Lashes Unicorn Cosmetics brush. It's a tapered brush at the end, rounded, and I'm going to pick up some of the Delight in here, and then I'm going to work first by dabbing in the inner corner and then just dragging that shimmer along just into the middle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup just here, ever so slightly, with a little cotton pad, just to make the edge a little bit more sharp. I think that looks really cute so far. So I am very quickly going to run through doing my makeup, the rest of my face with the primer, the foundation, the concealer, the whole shebang. And then I will be back putting on mascara, putting on false lashes to show you my final look. I really hope that you found my smoky eye tutorial simple to follow. I think it looks really cute, especially with a little bit of a lash on. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It means the absolute world to me. If you liked what you saw today, leave a comment down below telling me how your eye look turned out. Leave a like as well, and also if you want to hear more from me, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!